YouTube! This is Mike.
This is Jenny.
Pratt Family Homestead. Hey, just want to show you guys our a little bit of our fall planting that we have going on. We have some peas that are about ready to pick. We planted 2,042 peas. That's a guesstimation on weight. We weighed what, 100 or 200?
250.
We weighed 250 and then, you know, did all that calculating stuff. Let's see. So we got the peas over here. What do you got over here, babe?
Green beans, turnips, cucumbers, broccoli, and red cabbage.
We went gangbusters on cucumbers in the spring.
Yeah.
And we've got a ton of pickles put up, and we were hoping to get a ton more pickles put up and maybe not have to do cucumbers next year.
Yeah.
But we'll show you the progress of that. We'll show you the peas. We also got the hay field behind us planted.
The grass hay. Yeah.
Grass hay for CJ the horse. And then we were going to plant a little wheat plot this year, maybe 50 by 50.
Yeah.
And we got a big surprise on that. Surprise! So at the end of the video, probably towards the end, we'll show you our wheat patch. All right, guys, let's go check out some of this stuff. All right, so 42?
Guesstimate, yes.
2,042 pea plants planted down there. I don't remember exactly how many rows. It's actually hard to see the rows. I want to say there was like 12.
I think there was 12.
12 rows of about 35 foot, I believe. And so you can see these are Lincoln peas from Baker Creek. All of our stuff's from Baker Creek almost, so I almost don't even need to say that. But these Lincoln peas are looking good. This one is maybe not quite ready, but I'm a little anxious. Oh yeah, this one's pretty small, but you know what? They taste really good. I love these peas. So they got a little bit longer than I thought. There are some bigger ones here. And we got this whole row here. I'll even eat the husk here. So I would say there's probably some that are ready now, but generally we'll be harvesting these, probably a lot of these within a week. I see a couple really big ones. So we're real excited about this. We love peas. Well, Jenny doesn't.
No.
And a couple of the kids don't. But hey, I love peas. And peas
I eat them anyways. It's just one of those that I suffer in silence while I eat it. But
and peas, I mean,
they grow easy.
What would you say? It takes what, 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 plants to make one meal?
For us, yeah.
For our family of 6, so here's a nice one.
That is a nice one.
Look, we still got flowers, and these peas don't need trellis. They are advertised to only get about 18 inches tall, I believe, right, babe?
Yes.
And they're good. And the reason we have 2,042 peas planted is we planted some of these in the garden this spring, and they did really well. We planted some back in this area, mostly they're about 400, and they did really well. But we missed harvesting most of them. We missed the time to harvest them. We were busy with other stuff, and they start turning yellow. And once they start turning even a little bit of yellow, they get a not so pleasant taste to them. So we saved all of them and planted them, and here they are. It's kind of cool, really. So, all right, let's go take a look at some of the stuff Jenny got planted about 10 feet from here, 20 feet from here. All right.
Okay, so over here, I've planted, watch your feet, planted a variety of green beans, broccoli, cabbage, turnips, and cucumbers. And this first row here, behind me is weeds, so ignore that.
Weeds and then the peas.
Weeds and peas. Yeah, this is our barrier. This first row right here is green beans, and we had really good success with beans in our summer garden. In fact, I have more that I still have to go harvest. But I wanted more. I had to have more. So I planted more, and right now I have little baby beans, the little ones. So still a while before I'll be able to pick, but I'm hoping to at least get one good picking. I don't even know how many plants are here, but there's a bumblebee. But hopefully we can get at least one good picking, because these beans are a little bit longer. They're they can get up to like a foot long. So I can get just a small batch of them makes a really good meal for us. So hopefully that's what I'll get out of there.
And this row is the same size row as the peas and everything.
Yes.
So.
So right in front of that is broccoli. Some of the plants aren't so great. They've been a little bit nibbled on, obviously.
Do you recall when we planted them?
No,
Me
I
neither.
do not.
Mid-August? Same with the peas, mid-August-ish?
Yeah, it was just like a week or two after the peas. But I could not get broccoli to grow in our summer garden this year. I tried a few times and I couldn't even get the plant to grow. Nothing would happen. I had done transplants and they died. So hopefully we can at least get a little bit, just a little bit, get off there, little bug. A little bit of some fresh broccoli would be really nice. So we'll see how that ends up going.
We'll see. There's a lot of growing to do.
There is. So next is the red cabbage. Again, I could not get cabbage to grow in the summer garden. So the plants aren't great, and there's not many. They're definitely far and few between along the row, but that's so far the most I've gotten this year. So hopefully it continues to grow. I know that it likes colder weather better, and we've definitely reached that point. So we'll see how that goes.
What's this big row of green here?
Turnips. We have had great success with turnips
All year round. Yeah.
They grow wonderfully. The pigs have been enjoying them. We've tried frying them up a couple times. We tried back to proper phone function.
Again.
So, like I was saying, the pigs are really enjoying the turnips, but we haven't found a way that we actually enjoy them. I've tried frying them a couple different ways with different seasonings, and they're just kind of gross. So if you have a good turnip recipe or something that you enjoy doing with turnips, please let us know, because this is obviously something that grows very well here.
And we are really attempting to try new things, which is a really big deal for Jenny.
So while waiting for Mike to fix the phone problem, I figured out what's eating our broccoli. But how to prevent it, I don't know. But
we don't use chemicals. We don't use...
No. These little green... I can't believe I'm touching this thing. Bug.
Can you put it on your palm of your hand?
I shall not.
Oh, wait. Let's see if they're going to focus. There. Go ahead. There.
You could just drop him.
We'll go throw it.
There's another one.
Another one. Oh, we got quite a few. Here, this is the kids' job. They love doing this on all of our, like the potato bugs and everything else. They come pick them off and throw them in buckets of soapy water. They actually really enjoy it.
I see them on quite a few plants. So, got to save the broccoli. That's the next mission.
All right. So
one more row.
Oh, one more row. That's right.
It's the cucumbers.
Yep. Oh,
so
it sounded like I just crunched something.
I think you did.
Okay.
I was really, really hoping for more cucumbers. Andrew, for one, loves fresh cucumbers, but I wanted more pickles. And almost all my cucumber plants, okay, well maybe that one made me look like a liar, but they all have little cucumbers on them, but the plant themselves just aren't looking like they're going to make it. They're not doing very well.
Now, we did just get a ton of rain.
We did, yes.
And so, who knows?
The cucumber plants in the garden
did good.
would look like they would be dying off. We would get a little rain, and then next thing I know, I'm swarmed with cucumbers again. And then they would look like they're dying. We'd get a little rain, and there's cucumbers everywhere.
Almost exactly like zucchini.
Yeah, so maybe these will go ahead and thrive a little bit more now that we just had 4 days of rain. We'll have to see, but hopefully we can get a few more cucumbers at least. So that's what we have in the rest of this mess over here.
That's what all this mess is. And overall, I'd say we're pretty happy. Excuse me, we're pretty happy with it. So
yeah.
A lot of peas to pick.
Yep.
That's fine. We'll spend, it won't take long, I don't think.
No.
But man, those peas are good. So,
That's
all right.
worth it.
All right, shall we take a look at the hayfield real quick that we just planted? All right. All right. So starting here at the cucumbers, we planted that hayfield. I have no idea how well this is showing up on video. It is very bright outside in my eyeballs right now, but it has started coming up. I don't know how well you can see it, but there is a nice green hue going up the hill, and it comes over to, hopefully you can see the established hay field that's clover and alfalfa and grasses, and then you can see a green hue kind of start. I hope that comes out on video, but it goes almost to the top of the hill. Almost. That hill is a lot steeper when you're on a tractor than it looks. We do have to go through here, or I want to, and pull some of these weeds that popped up. In fact, these guys are flowering. What are these things? Huh. But there are a couple patches of weeds that won't take us long to pluck them out. We did a great job of getting all the rocks out of here. And here, let's just walk down a little bit. We did a great job of getting all the rocks out of here. But there are a couple. After some rain and after planting and all that good stuff, a couple rocks have showed their ugly faces. So we do need to go in there and pick just a couple more rocks. And the hope is the grass will come up. And it is coming up very nicely right now. The grass will come up, shade out the weeds in the spring, and we'll have a nice grass hay field here. We planted in the spring, right?
Yeah.
And so it was then competing with the weeds. And the weeds, a lot of them won big time. They really did win. And so we're hoping this year to fix that. I just got to get these weeds that are growing. I don't know if you can tell, there's another little weed patch up over there. But hopefully you can see the green hue. Let's go take a look at our wheat surprise. Surprise! All right, guys, this is the view from on top of our hill. There's a house, barn, workshop, grain barn. That little white speck, that's the chicken tractor. And then this is the grass hay field all the way back that you saw previously. And then at the end of that is the peas and all that good stuff. It is super windy out here today. If you guys are hearing all that, I'm real sorry. So it brings us to the top of the hill. So what happened was I tore all this area up as well, but we weren't going to plant it because you can see that, if you can see all the rocks, this is just a landmine. This is going to take us forever to clear these rocks out of here by hand. I don't have a backhoe and all that, and I might be able to rent one. But the farmer came through. That's his property over there. You can see my stake right here. I can't see in the camera, but there's a stake right there. And farmer had hired a new guy to come through and plant wheat. They ripped up all the wheat all the way around this place, or I'm sorry, all the soybeans up all around this place, and laid wheat in all within 24 hours or so. You think, babe?
How long?
24 hours or so.
Oh, most definitely.
And it was really awesome sight to see, but I don't know if you can see, but the hill drops off and there's another white stake, I don't know, right in this area. That's our property line. Well, the farmer hired a new guy to plant wheat all across there and back and around, and I mean hundreds of acres around us. Well, he didn't realize that this wasn't the farmer's property. So he planted wheat on all this tore up ground up here. And does it stop about where I am, babe?
Yeah, about where you at?
Or actually down a little farther. We were going to plant on the back side of this hill a little 50 by 50 patch or smaller of wheat, because when we did it over where the peas are last year, the ducks and chickens ate it all before we could harvest it. So we were going to do a little on the back side of this hill here. Well, that new guy came through, and you might be able to see where he came through and planted wheat all back and forth, all the way, I don't know if you can see the tripod sitting over there, all the way back over by the tripod. So we now have about 150, 160 foot by about 40 foot wheat plot. So I came out here in the middle of the night and I flagged down the guy driving the tractor. It was already dark out. And I basically, just past the stake right there, I basically stood there just waving my arms, and I had my flashlight on my phone on. And seeing that big tractor with the planter come over the hill at me was kind of interesting. I was like, what in the heck am I doing standing in front of this tractor? And I wasn't upset. I wasn't mad, nothing like that. I mean, if nothing else, we weren't going to have a great use for this. So if nothing else, them planting wheat was a great cover crop for us to keep the weeds down. I'd like to get a lot of this planted with the grass hay next year, but so that helps. That helps. So he told me that he came down, and when he got to right about where I'm standing, and you can see tire tracks starting to turn, that the seeder turns off, and as it makes its loop around, I didn't know that, and as it makes its loop around, it then turns back on to the straight, and that's why they end up doing a perimeter run at the end. I never knew that. So about where Jenny is standing and down the hill, we have found some wheat is growing, but that's about the end of it. All the way up to, you can probably see the differences in dirt maybe, but basically up to that property stake over to here, and all the way back down there is wheat. Jenny's gonna get a workout with that scythe next year. There you go, Julianne, Dirt Patch Heaven. You have to come teach us how to use that, because we've watched your videos on using that, and it...
we try to mimic it, and it's a huge fail.
Yeah, huge fail. We've got a very, very old one, and I even ordered a new one, and we just need a lot of practice. I'm hoping this clover, alfalfa, grass mix down here is, for us at least, it's impossible. I'm hoping this grass stuff, when it grows up, that we can get some good practice on that. But, oh well, if nothing else, I'll take the sickle over it, chop it down, and we'll collect it up. But we're hoping to use a lot of that wheat, hoping it just doesn't end up going to waste, that we can't do anything with it. So, you got anything, babe?
No, it's a lot of wheat.
A lot of wheat. That is going to be very interesting.
Yes, it is.
But like we said, if nothing else, it's a cover crop that...
Yeah.
If we can't harvest it all, which I'm sure we can, but if we can't, it'll be okay.
Yeah, and it's giving back to the soil instead of just, like you said, weeds. I mean, we grow rocks wonderfully here.
We do. We've been told that this road that we live on is one of the rockiest spots in this area.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you can see all those landmines out there. It's amazing. But so I was going to say one other quick thing. Oh, we're either going to, in the area where wheat's not planted, or even up where it is planted, use it as a cover for weeds and stuff, plant garlic through here this year. And I think in the spring, we're going to plant all of our potatoes up here, and maybe corn down on that end, one kind of corn.
And onions.
And onions. That's going to open up the garden to some more stuff. We didn't realize... Here's the farmer's land. I mean, this is all now planted wheat. I mean, I don't know if the camera really shows how much land that is, but we thought he was going to be planting corn this year. So we made plans not to plant corn up on this hill again. And we were going to do it all in the garden down there. But now that he's got wheat, we could get our corn back up here and plant corn around the perimeter on the other side, and open up our garden for other stuff. So him planting wheat changed our plans, so which is no problem.
Nope.
Adapt and overcome. All right.
And get free wheat.
And get free wheat. All right. Talk to you guys. Today is 1 week since the wheat got planted, and you can see it's up. It's ready to go. Also, if the weather cooperates, I don't know, a week, maybe 2 weeks, if it's warm enough, we're gonna get another cut out of this, it looks like. I mean, this is some of the bigger stuff right here. A lot of it's not this tall yet, but one more cut would be great. Help secure us for the winter. All right, guys, that's a lot of our fall garden planting.
Yep.
And our wheat. That shouldn't be too bad of an area to harvest. It's going to be a lot of work, but
yeah,
it shouldn't be awful. And then I might actually put the garlic down where the peas are now. That's where it was last year, and it did great. So I don't know exactly. I haven't made up my mind on that yet. But we are more than likely definitely doing potatoes and onions and probably more corn up here next year. What else you got, babe? What else might come up here and out of the garden?
I don't know.
This hill is also very, well, you saw the rocks, but it's also a lot of gravel. And in order to keep growing stuff up here, we probably really have to lay down a lot of nitrogen. And the farmer that farms all around here, he farmed this last year. He had corn on here. And I was talking to him about planting hay up here, and he told me, he goes, well, you're going to have a hard time with that because...
all the gravel.
Yeah. So we'll see how the wheat does up here. We did plant hay up here also, but we tore it up when we tore up down the hill too. So I am hoping at least 40 foot or more from the hay over there, from the alfalfa and clover and stuff, 40, 50 foot more coming this way of getting grass planted next fall.
Yes.
And we'll see. So that's our peas, our cucumbers, turnips, green beans,
Broccoli with bugs.
broccoli with bugs. I have to get the kids on that. They will love getting those bugs. They love that.
I'm not a bug person.
I just moved the pigs paddock again today.
Yep.
And that's that. We'll probably maybe do a video of doing all the peas and stuff. What's the other video I really wanted to do, I was saying? Oh, a property walk. So you guys got this video here gives you a decent view of our property, but I really want to get a property walk video out and show you guys our whole property. So, all right, I'm Mike.
I'm
Wind's
Jenny.
picking up again.
Yes.
I'm Mike.
Jenny.
Pratt Family Homestead. Thanks for watching. We really appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe.
And check us out on Facebook and Instagram.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot.
Bye.